EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And it maneuvers way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Diablo on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
They run again with Dowdle. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. 3 yards is half of what they need, and now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Clyde Phillips has got it. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Looking to throw Penix. And complete to Drake London. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
First down, Atlanta.
And looking to throw, Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Robinson up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To the air, Penix. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they like to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. On the bootleg, it's Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Penix working out of the gun here. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. Nick Folk for the point after. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
Folk connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Steelers nothing.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That went down the field for Freiermuth. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. That one goes for 36 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Now it's Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Rodgers now to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of leg left in that leg, that's for sure.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Penix. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 10. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And the Falcons grab it. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Penix. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll throw with Penix. Complete, it's Dodson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Over the middle, brought in by Dodson. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Looking to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man, London, right side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Folks' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Now That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Rodgers going to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And he's got room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44.
Even the most tenured quarterbacks can still get fooled from time to time. He clearly thought he had a throwing lane, but the defense shut it down and picked it off. I'm sure he's frustrated with himself, but I'm also sure he'll shake it off.
That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw Penix. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And looking to throw, Penix. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards.
A 64-yard attempt.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They run here without it. And he's got this down to the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Robinson with another carry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Second and
2. To the air, Penix. Branch for the catch. He's into space past the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts from 21 yards away. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Folk for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
The score, Falcons 17, Steelers 3. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Folk out there now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
Now it's 2nd and 10. A running play. It's Downing. And he's across the 40 for the extra yards to the 43. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score.
The kick is good.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Penix working out of the gun here. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Now Penix. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This pass is caught by London. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Penix to the air once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Operating from the gun, Penix. It's caught on the run, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Rodgers now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. On play action, now Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll get this one to Pittman. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing is Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here, the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
And this is where coaches sometimes fall into different camps. Your guy just fumbled. It led to a touchdown. Do you stay with him or do you put him in the doghouse? This is definitely a show of confidence here as he's right back out there and carrying the ball again.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's taken down right away at the 39-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Here's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Second down and 6 now. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The completion on first didn't get much. Another run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, for a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Well, they're going to motion Dotson to the left. They'll throw with Penix. On the move to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Rodgers. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone. And that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw, Penix. Open man is Branch. She's got it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now 1st and goal. And looking to throw, Penix. Dancing to it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Now Rodgers. That's to Freiermuth. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Rodgers to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Boy, I don't know about that. This late in a tie game, that's an awfully big shot to take. And now the clock stops, and it's 4th down. That's one that could very easily come back to haunt him.
Fielded at the 43. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. He's made one and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. From the left hash. This for the win. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is first and 10. To throw is Rodgers. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. One final try now for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Rodgers has done it before, but he won't get the connection here, and the ball game is over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Falcons, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.